Hello, my name is Vedam Jaishankar, and we are here for the second day's play of the third test being played at Rajkot. That is the third test between India and England. Today was the most memorable day because we had two outstanding performances. One, because it is a huge milestone. Getting 500 test wickets is a massive milestone. There are only two Indian bowlers. Ashwin today was the second, but before him, there's only been one other Indian bowler. So you can imagine how difficult it is. Anil Kumble it was who was the first across the 500 mark, and now we've had Ashwin doing the job, and what a fantastic job he did. In his 98th test, just two short of his 100th test, he's already got 500 wickets, and it's really the way to go. Maybe he'll finish his 100th test in this series itself. The other important, or rather all consuming batting affair today was with the English batsman. That is Ben Deccan. I don't think any visiting batsman in the last 10 or even 15 years has played an innings of this magnitude against Indian bowlers on Indian pitches. It was that kind of a knock. I don't think he put even a 1 foot wrong. He might have had a couple of narrow escapes, but the guy was really brilliant. Now, Deckett is a short batsman, uh, but he doesn't really favor the front foot or the back foot. What he really favors is a sweep shot. And again, here also, he plays the conventional sweep and he plays the reverse sweep. Of course, there's one shot that he likes to play square of the wicket. He likes to punch it square of the wicket with a cross-batted shot. But otherwise, these are the shots that he really relies on. He's not a guy who will drive too much. He just these three, four strokes, which are his most punishing shots. He plays the other strokes, but these are the punishing strokes that he plays. And the way he dominated the spinners was absolutely magnificent. The sweep that he plays is actually a punch. It's not that lap sweep that many batsmen play. He hits the ball, he hammers the ball, and there's a lot of power behind those shots that he plays, either with the spin or against the spin. So I think he's one of the aggressive batsmen that we have seen, and the mindset that he has, even with these shots that he plays, the mindset he has, he doesn't allow the bowlers to settle down at all. And we saw this time and again. And today he was really magnificent. His century, that is unbeaten century, is about 120. His unbeaten century has really put England on a very strong position. I say strong because what we've seen the first 2 days is the first half an hour to 45 minutes, the pitch takes some amount of maybe turn, some bite, the ball stops and comes. Maybe that is because of the dampness that is there in the pitch, the overnight dampness, or it could be because of the covers sweating. But there is some dampness over there. There's a certain amount of softness in the pitch, especially the first half an hour to 45 minutes. And that is where India really need to capitalize tomorrow. If you can get a couple of quick wickets, maybe two or even three wickets, just like England had India tottering at 33 for 3 on the first morning. And today, they picked up both the overnight batsmen in no time at all. Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav were picked up in no time at all. It required somebody like the debutant, Jurel. Jurel played magnificently today. There's no doubt about it. For a debutant, he really played well. And the difference between his innings and Sarfaraz's innings was Sarfaraz was dominating the bowling, but Jurel brought in a lot of calm assuredness. The way he played the spinners, the way he played the fast bowlers. In fact, there was a beautiful ramp shot that he played for a six of the second new ball where Mark Wood bowled at him, a short bouncer at him. He just ramped it over third man for a six. It was no ordinary six. It was a massive six. The ball went into the stands. It was such a big six. It was beautiful timing and real presence of mind. Then, of course, there was Ashwin. Ashwin also batted very well. And these two put on 77 runs. They were so assured, so calm. It looked like they were from a different planet altogether. And this was the right opposite of what Decade did later. But earlier in the morning, it was Ashwin and Jurel were so calm. That 77 runs partnership that they had for the eighth wicket really took India across 400. At one stage, we thought India will be 350, 360 all out, but thanks to this lovely partnership, we almost made 450. India was all out for 445. But 445 is actually a good score, except that Decade who came and just hammered the bowling. The great thing about this England's 207 for two at the end of the day's play is these runs have come in exactly 35 overs. So you can see the speed at which they were going. There were maybe a couple of close calls for Decade. There was one particular Yorker bowled by Bumrah, absolutely brilliant Yorker. But then the replays or the DRS showed that it had actually got the bottom edge of the bat, faint, minute bottom edge of the bat, and he escaped with that. Otherwise, it was a brilliant Yorker. Later in the evening, Ashwin bowled a sensational delivery. I say sensational because he came round the wicket, an off spinner coming round the wicket to a left hand batsman, bowled a superb delivery. We thought it pitched on the leg stump, and then as the batsman tried to play it defensively forward, it eluded his bat and struck him on the back pad right in front of the stumps. And mind you, Decade is quite short. He's not a tall player at all, tall batsman at all. So he was quite short, and that was a superb delivery to beat the forward defensive stroke of a well set batsman. The unfortunately the replay showed that the ball had pitched marginally outside the leg stump, and that's enough. Even if it is marginally outside the leg stump, there was another incident involving Ashwin very early in the morning when batting. He ran onto the pitch. Now that's not allowed. A danger area is no man's area. You know either a bowler or a batsman can't run onto that. So Ashwin ran onto it. The Sarfraz had been warned yesterday. So this was Ashwin. So it was a team penalty, 5 runs. So England, when they started their innings, straight away they were 5 for no loss. That 5 runs were the 5 penalty runs. So that I think this is the first time that a batsman has been penalised like this in a test match, or a team has been penalised. I beg your pardon. A team has been penalised this way in a test match. But it's time the batsmen started running away from the danger area. The challenge for England here is that they have to bat on the last day. The challenge for India is to take the match to the last day. We expect the fifth day pitch to really turn, but the match has to go until the fifth day. For that, India has to bowl out England pretty cheaply tomorrow, maybe grab a lead of about 60 or 70 runs, because those 60, 70 runs can be very, very handy, and then bat them out. We need to bat the whole day tomorrow and maybe even day after tomorrow, that's the fourth day, so that England is thrown into the deep end. That is, on the fifth day's pitch at Rajkot, we expect the pitch to break up really badly. Right now, it's being playing brilliantly. There's no turn, there's no swing, there's no seam. The odd ball does turn, but it's not turning from any dangerous position. It's turning from outside the off stump and away. It's leaving the batsman altogether. So maybe the footmarks as the fast bowlers bowl, the heavier fast bowlers bowl, the footmarks would be conducive to off spin bowling and left arm spin bowling, depending on who's the batsman, right or left hand batsman. But for that, the match has to go into the fifth day. And it is very important that India digs into its reserves, ensure that they set us England a huge target. And it'll be very interesting if the ball is turning, if the pitch is spiteful, will they play baseball? It'll be very interesting. Can they play baseball against somebody like Jadeja and Ashwin on a turning track, on a spiteful track? Well, if that can, that would be very exciting. But every little bit of cricket intelligence tells us that baseball, well, it's so exciting to watch when somebody like Beckett is going on a flat pitch, will be a totally different ball game on against these kind of quality spinners on pitches which turn. But for that, like I said, so many things have to fall in place. Hopefully, they will fall in place. And but what we are looking forward to tomorrow is a very, very enthralling day's play. India have made 445 in the first innings. England have replied very well the second day. In fact, I would say that they have taken the second day honors, 207 for 2, just about 238 runs behind. So the third test play becomes very interesting. How is England going to approach it? And at the same time, will India be able to grab a couple of wickets early in the morning? If they are able to grab two or three quick wickets in the morning, then I think this is England will cook itself tomorrow. Otherwise, I think there's going to be a long, hot day. And I say long, hot day because Even one and a half hours out there with Deckett being there looks like a long 6 hour haul. So that's going to be the challenge tomorrow to get him out quickly and also ensure that India gets a lead of about 60, 70 runs. It'll be a very, very handy lead. England, of course, will continue playing their baseball. They played a lot of aggressive cricket. It's paid off in the first test, second test, it didn't pay off. So, but this third test, at least in the first innings, Deckett has shown that he's in a different league altogether, especially when taking on the spinners with his sweep shots and reverse sweep shots and that cut shot of his. So all in all, a very interesting day's play is there in the offing tomorrow. So whatever you do, don't miss that first session of play tomorrow. That could well decide how this test would go. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.